Morning everyone, I hope you're all healthy, happy and well. So today's a really exciting day. I'm actually driving to Swansea to move into my uni house for next year, so my new uni house. I'm really excited about this. There's actually no one there at the moment, but I'm going to be living in a house of 8 next year, so I'm mega excited with all my best friends, so it should be really fun. But today I'm just going there, dropping my stuff off, moving it in, and we're going to stay there for a few days, do some snorkeling, hiking, surfing and that, and then head back home. So I'm going to take you along with me and I hope you enjoy. See you on the road! Good morning everyone, so it is now Friday. We arrived yesterday and couldn't quite move everything in because it still needs to be cleaned and decorated, but we are going climbing this morning and we're meeting up with Sophie, and then we're heading to Worm's Head to go cliff jumping this afternoon. So I'm really excited for that, and yeah, I'll take you along with me. It's a bit cloudy and grey here, but we'll make the most of it. So see you climbing. They're sharing mackerel. Aww.
Hey, sea dog. He's definitely wasn't that bad for fish.
I know he is. You can hear him breathing. He's big.
Oh, he's so big! Look at his arms.
Zach, that's bigger than the other one.
I've never seen one this big before.
That is so funny.
It was tucked under a rock.
Arms are super white. Look at that!
Oh,
I want to come see!
Zach! Zach!
He's huge.
Zach.
I've never seen one that big. Look at him.
I'm like deep sea spider crab.
Oh my god, he can't even move his arm.
Yeah, I know, put him back. He's really soft.
Bye!
And I thought it was
Look at his trunk.
Can you try and open the memory card, because I'm going to put it in my laptop and see if we can find the people who own it. So we have a kind of funny story which I want to share with you guys. So yesterday me and Zach were diving in Worm's Head and we were looking for spider crabs, and we came across Zach came across a Canon PowerShot camera in the water, and obviously it was really waterlogged, but we got it out of the water and we took the memory card out and we thought we'd take it home, dry it out and try and see what's on it to reunite it with its owner. And there was a photo on there with the owner's name, and I've just messaged them on Facebook a message saying we've got it, and all their wedding photos were on there, and so I'm really hoping we can give it back to them, and yeah, that's really exciting. We did not think a memory card that had been in the water for like a week or so would have worked, but hey ho, we shall see, and I shall give you an update if we find the owner. So morning everyone, it is now Monday morning and we are heading to the hangar for the second time this trip because, you know, just obsessed with that place. But I'm going to bring you along with me, so really excited to show you some of the routes we've been doing. It's had a whole new reset since March, which is the last time we climbed. We're definitely not as good as then, but yeah, feeling a bit rusty, but really enjoying it. It's so nice to be back. It's really like safe there, I guess. You have wristbands and it's a one-way system. You have to use liquid chalk and all these things that you have to do to be safe, but it's really nice and it's so good to be back. So yeah, I'm gonna bring you along with us, so I will catch you there. Hello everyone, I hope you're well. So I kind of just wanted to sit down to chat to you guys about a few things, about like jobs and money and the future, I guess, climate change, the environment and all those things. And it's been quite relevant because my friend Sophie is actually in Swansea with us at the moment, and my boyfriend does marine biology and she does zoology, and they're both looking at very similar conservation jobs. And I've been quite interested in environmental law. That's what I kind of want to go into after I graduate. And it's been really interesting because during Corona, obviously it's hard to get a job at all. Loads of people are being made redundant, there's loads of job cuts, and it's really hard. They have been telling me that one of the biggest cuts has been in conservation and climate change and saving the planet. And I had this moment yesterday where I really pondered about that, and I think it's so hard at the moment, well, whenever, to make that balance between earning money and being empathetic and caring and helping the planet, because there's not that much money in that, but you want to still lead an okay life. And I find it really hard because not only are there job cuts, there's not much money in it to begin with, but it's such a priority. It's such a priority at the moment to look after the planet and to put money into saving the planet, because when it's all gone, what will we have left? We won't be eating our money. We won't be, like, money won't be saving us. And I had this real kind of epiphany, I guess, yesterday, where I was like, what does this boil down to? What is the purpose of living? That is what you need to figure out. What is the purpose of your life? Why are you here? That is what you need to figure out before you figure out what job you're going to, really. Yes, there's a job which is earning money to save and to have security and to buy a house and to live the normal life, I guess. But then you have to think, but then will you be happy? Will you be fulfilled with having the money, or will you still feel like there's something missing? And then I kind of thought about, well, with conservation and with placing importance on saving the planet and the animals and the trees and the wildlife, you wouldn't have as much money, but would you feel far more fulfilled? Would you feel like there wasn't a hole missing? Because I feel like when you earn a lot of money, you have a hole and you tend to fill it with materialistic things. That's just what minimalism has taught me. We're so addicted to buying things. And I think Corona has kind of thrown a spanner in the works with that, because less people are buying things because the shops weren't open. And it's taught me to not feel gaps in my life where I feel less than full with things, if that makes sense. And I think through realising that, I've realised that my life, I don't want gaps to fill with things. But then I think about what I do want to fill them with. and that's helping, and that's saving animals and changing things and making the world a better place, I guess, if I can. I guess one person's actions doesn't seem much, but if everyone had the same attitude, nothing would get done. So I'm hoping that, like, obviously come together and things can be changed and made better. And I was just really interested in kind of why people go into the work they do. Does it fulfill them? And I think at this point in our lives where we are kind of graduating and deciding our futures or deciding what we want to do, it's less about the money and the job role and more about what we will feel through it, and whether we will feel better by doing better things than working a job that doesn't make us happy to earn money, to fill a gap, to buy materialistic things that we don't really need and repeat. And I just kind of thought about that and realised that it's not sustainable, and there's kind of no point to a life like that. I'm sure there'll be people out there who disagree, and if that makes you happy, then I'm all for it. But for me, I just kind of realised that, like, what's the point of that? Just, you're getting into an addictive cycle, and you're earning money to buy things, to earn money to buy things, and it's just this cycle. And is that the purpose of life? Or is there more to life than earning money to spend the money to earn the money to spend the money? And I guess I kind of have been really thinking about that and trying to figure out what my purpose is, I guess, and whether my purpose is something different than just earning money, and whether my purpose will have to be a sacrifice for myself in order to help. And the more I think about it, especially after like the Mauritius oil spill, I want to go into kind of environmental law. I want to help protect as much as I can. I absolutely adore animals. I probably love animals more than I do humans. And I've never been able to be a vet because I can't see animals in pain. And I know it sounds so cliche, but I have a lot of empathy for animals, and I find it really difficult seeing an animal in pain. So I thought long and hard about how I could tackle animals in pain from a broader scope, I guess. And environmental law, where there's loopholes and it needs to be filled, was where I was thinking about heading. I guess I realised that so many people are working jobs to earn, to feed their family, to put a roof on their head, and that's fantastic. But then if you don't have those things and you don't aspire to be the kind of typical UK dream, I guess, then what? Then where do you go? And especially at the moment we can't travel. So if you can't travel and you don't necessarily want a family right now and a house right now and all of that, then your career is quite a big aspect of your life. And I know that it's great to have a career that you love and are really passionate about, and I know it's really hard, but more so than that is a career that can change things and to change people's lives and animals' lives. And I kind of thought that fast forward 20, 30, 40 years, if the climate emergency is as bad or worse than it is now, what good will having a fun job where you make lots of money and you're all really happy, what good will that be? And it got me thinking about how I need to start thinking about the future and whether I want to make sacrifices, and I do, and I feel like at the moment the world is dying and it's really sad, and I want to try and help that. And yeah, I don't know, I know I've just rambled on, but I guess it was just something I thought about, and I was just wondering kind of whether any of you guys had thought about something like that, whether, I don't know, I've just been rambling, but it's something I had in my head and I just wanted to share and get your guys' opinions on the planet and jobs and the purpose of living, I guess, and the purpose of life. And I know it sounds so deep and philosophical, but I guess I kind of linked the two, and I don't think many people, I think getting a job is a necessity, obviously, and earning money is a necessity to live, and I understand that, but whether it's your life, you can sacrifice. I don't know, I can't really articulate what I'm thinking, but maybe one of you out there can understand it a bit better. But I know there's so many issues in the world right now, and my heart aches every time I see another one, and it's constant and it's getting worse, it seems. And I know it's not all doom and gloom, but I feel like everyone doesn't realise the severity of it. I think a lot of people are still thinking, oh well, if we just recycle a bit more, everything will be okay. But the world is dying. And I think it's time that myself and others need to start making sacrifices and actively working to try and improve it, basically. And so one idea I did have, I was thinking about doing a weekly thing or a fortnightly thing on my channel where I kind of review a current environmental issue in a bit more depth than the media would, because especially nowadays the media is very political, and it also is very fear-mongering. And I know that's good in terms of the environment, but some people don't take it as seriously because they know the media's job is to amplify issues and to scare people. So I really want to do kind of a non-biased, factual session, I guess, fortnightly or monthly or weekly on my channel, I haven't quite decided yet, of a particular issue, and simplify it and look into not just what happened, but why it happened, how to prevent it in the future, tips to people how they can help. Because I think it's all very well seeing a link on Facebook for what's happened, like the Mauritius oil spill. The BBC article was everywhere and it was great reading about it, but then that's it. That's literally it. There's petitions to prevent it, but I think people need more knowledge about these things, and I think with education comes the desire to change. So I was thinking about kind of reviewing the oil spill and to look at past and the present, and to see what laws are in action to prevent it in the future, but also what laws are there which have allowed this to happen, and who's being held accountable and what is happening about it. And I think accountability is a huge thing in this. It's easy for big companies to mess up and make a mistake and just say, oh sorry, let's pay you millions and it'll all be fixed. But in terms of this, is environmental damage and harm cannot be fixed, really. We can minimise the damage, but we'll never completely repair the planet. So I think at this point, we need people to wake up and to realise what's happening, and to be educated on issues that go further than just Mauritius oil spill, do you know what I mean? So I think I'm going to start reviewing that. I'm going to start reviewing endangered animals in the UK and what we can do. Yeah, I think that's my kind of my loose train of thought. But I hope, I don't know, it's just a weird kind of chain of events just led me to thinking, really, what is the point of all of this? Why are we here? And we've messed up and we need to now fix that. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling on, but if any of you have similar thoughts or are thinking about your job or your future or the country or the planet, then leave a link below. I'd be really interested to see what you guys think, especially as it's such a big issue, I guess. So yeah, anyway, gonna stop talking now. See you in a bit. This afternoon we are heading to, what's the name of the place? Deep Slade Bay. Looks like this. We actually haven't been there before and it should be really cool. I'll show you where it is on the map. So it's just here. So it's before Three Cliffs and it seems like a bit hidden, so I think we're gonna have to hike down to it. But yeah, let's go.